Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by CuFe Executive Director Mark Hancock. Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to sit again.
So you've just released a scoping study for an open pit copper gold operation. What are the numbers showing you?
I guess simplistically, they're showing us that we've got a good project. You know, we've been able to get the project out there with some MPVs in the order of $350 million, and then that's at the sort of longer term pricing. At spot pricing, that increases up to over $450 million. So, given that we as CuFe have a 55% share in that project, that gives us sort of a value of $250 million of our share of the project. So we think that's pretty exciting, particularly given that that's based off 3.5 million tonnes of material, and there's a wider resource available beyond that.
So where does the outlined operation stand within the greater Tennant Creek project?
Yeah, I guess that's sort of where I was just starting to go there, that we've got a 10.3 million tonne total resource, and we've only picked up about 3.5 million tonnes of that in the current open pit scoping study. So there's an opportunity as we can move more of that material into the indicated category of JORC from the inferred category, that we can start to grow that sort of study size, and that'll obviously improve the economics, because the existing study has factored in all of the capital costs of a new plant being borne by the Orlando open pit. So if we can get more tonnes in there, then that obviously makes it more capital efficient, and the economies of scale are greater. So that gives us a lot of opportunity to keep investigating there.
And how is the Northern Territory emerging as a copper producer?
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit happening, particularly around the Tennant Creek region. You've got probably half a dozen different parties, including ourselves. You've got our Tennant Creek Alliance partners in Emerson and Tennant Mining in there, and there's also recently been the acquisition by Pan Africa, a reasonable size overseas entity of a private party who's been developing a gold project there. They've just had first gold, which is a great start for them, and they ultimately plan on moving into a copper circuit as well. So yeah, that's certainly something that could be of interest to us. We're also seeing groups like Castile doing some studies on value-adding type and further mineral extraction up in Darwin area there, which could be something that could add some value for us as well, because we've just based our revenue streams at the moment on copper gold. But historically, there's been silver, there's been bismuth, there's been cobalt. It's a polymetallic type deposit there, so there may be that we can add additional revenue streams down the track.
Yeah, definitely sounds very exciting. Just finally, what else can investors look out for in terms of news flow from CuFe?
I guess today I'll just focus mainly on the Tennant Creek space. We've obviously got other projects that we use from those as well, but probably the first one off the rank will be the upgrade of the Gecko resource. So we're looking at upgrading that at the moment. So that should hopefully be out in the next month, and that'll be one of the other things that'll help to add some scale to the project. Gecko Underground has been mined previously, so it's another one of these ones where it's looking at what's left and restarting. Beyond that, we've got approval request in at the moment with the government for about another 90 exploration holes and development holes. So if we get that approval through, we'll be able to start drilling a few of the exploration targets that we've identified and talked about in the market previously. We're having some discussions with off-takers and the like, so there'll be some progress on that. And one of the key outcomes of the scoping study is to move into a feasibility study. So we'll start to have some updates and ultimately the outcomes of that as well.
Definitely sounds like busy times ahead.
Yeah, always plenty to do.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.
For more ASX news and analysis, subscribe below.